Guys, okay, so today it's actually Saturday, but I'm still going to do Full Face Friday today, and I'm so excited about this. I've had these products for a while, and so this week we are doing Full Face of BH Cosmetics. I've got a ton of products. I'm just going to get right into it. Scooch back just a tad. There, I hope the lighting's okay. I have nothing to say about that. Alright, so I have got the BH Liquid Foundation Naturally Flawless. Years ago, and I talked about this before, years ago I got a ton of makeup products because I thought I was going to start a YouTube channel, probably like 7 years ago I was going to do it. And I actually ordered a foundation from the BH website. These ones I got from Ulta website, but I can't remember if it was this foundation. But I've tried these foundation or some of their foundations before, so let's see if they're any better now. I didn't like them last time, so we'll just see. This is the BH Liquid Foundation in 201 Ivory. It's a nice bottle, nice pump. This frosted glass, not bad. And I decided to go ahead and do my follow-up video as a follow-up instead of a before video. I think that works out better, because then you kind of get an idea of whether or not I liked the products after I've used them. Okay, shade looks good, nice and light. Just going to use I'm not going to do two different methods of application. I'm just going to go ahead and use a brush because that's what I would usually use. It's really light. This might be too light for me, but we'll just see. Really light. I don't smell anything. It doesn't have a smell or a scent, I guess I should say. Okay, this feels very like lotion-like. It looks a little bit light reflective, like it might have kind of a satin finish. One full pump, and I've used half of it on half my face, so that's pretty good for longevity. It's not too tacky. I'm just going to put a little bit on my skin with my finger just so I can kind of feel how it feels. Yeah, this feels like a lotion. And the last BH foundation that I got from the actual website was similar to this, except for it was stickier. It was like trying to blend it in just really tugged on your skin with a brush and everything, so. And I'm going to say one full pump does your full face. And I would also say that this, you have to really work this in. I'm going to try not to babble so much. Just because we want this to be quick. Or quicker than it has been in the past. I mean, we may just have to settle down and just come to the realization that full face videos are just going to be long no matter what. Okay, so I think it's a little bit too light, which I guess for me is a good problem to have because usually they're too dark and too orange. I do have somewhere to go today, so I'm gonna do some grocery shopping, so I'm not gonna do a crazy makeup look. It's gonna have to be a simple makeup look. Okay, so let me grab a close-up look. Okay, so right off the bat, it's okay. I'm going to save everything for the follow-up video just because I don't have time to really talk about this too much. Next thing is the Blooming Radiance. I think this is actually a mineral foundation. 3-in-1 loose mineral foundation powder. I'm going to use this to set my... Oh, you know what? Can't do that yet. I got to do concealer first. See? I'm always so worried about time that I just forget stuff and things go awry. Anyway, I have the BH Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. I've heard good things about this. I got this on the Ulta website. I ordered everything from Ulta. Alright, and this is in the shade 102. I better keep that plastic thing. It's got the barcode on it. Alright, yeah. Yeah, it just says number 102. I don't remember anything about the shade of this. It's got one of these weird, like, applicators. I've heard this has really good coverage. Oh, it's very creamy feeling. It feels like it's like this little thing is spreading it pretty well. It's coming out really very a lot, so I don't want to put too much. Use my sponge for this. Okay, that's really light as far as the shade goes. Too light. And on my follow-up video, I'll look it up before I film if that was the lightest shade or not. One of the hard things about ordering makeup online is that you can't see it to see how well the shades are going to match you. Okay, I have got like a dry area right here, and it's really kind of crusting up right there on this little dry area that I have. The only dry area on my whole face is right there. I've been battling that for a couple of weeks now. Alright, so I don't know, like, the coverage looks okay. It doesn't look like amazing though. Ugh. This thing is too messy though. I don't like the applicator. Like, I thought I might, but I just don't. Alright, I've got a couple blemishes. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of that on my blemishes and see if I can. Just spot conceal those. Alright, so on that blemish right there, I feel like the coverage is pretty good, but I mean, you can still kind of see it though. Put a little bit more right there and a little bit more right there on my pigmentation. But I don't like the packaging because it's kind of making a mess. Like if you just touch it or hold it firmly to take the cap off, it's squeezing out and making a mess. So I don't like that. Alright, so coverage is okay, not terrible, pretty good. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use that powder, Blooming Radiance powder to set. This is in the shade Fair Golden, number 2. It's too dark for my regular skin tone, but I think maybe on top of this a little bit too light of foundation, it might kind of balance everything out and even it out a little bit. It's a mineral powder foundation, so you're supposed to be able to get foundation like coverage out of it. I've had this for years. I ordered it years ago when I ordered all those BH Cosmetics foundations that I was going to try, and I kept this one because I couldn't return it. The other ones I threw away because I didn't like them. but the powder itself is extremely soft and it's very pretty on your skin, so I do like that, and I'll talk about that later. Alright, so next thing is going to be eyes. I always go eyes next, and I got this really beautiful Desert Oasis palette. It was actually on sale for $13, original price $22. It is full of really very warm tones, eyeshadows, and highlights. I've already tried this a couple of times just because I was trying to make a quick video today, and the problem that I have with this, the shades are all very beautiful, but they're a little bit too warm for me, for my liking, because I have to take into account my coloring, which is my skin tone, and also my hair. Like, if I use colors that are too warm, they're just gonna look orangey and not cute. So that's that. So I'm just going to take the lightest crease color, transition shade slash, they're a little bit dusty too, this shade right here, and just pop that in my crease. Again, simple look today because I've got some grocery shopping to do, and I'm just a simple girl. I've already tried this palette out though, and these, I used this color the other day and this color, not together, but I've used these two colors in a look, and they're very beautiful. All these shadows are extremely soft, easy to blend. They're really nice shadows. I don't have any complaints about the quality at all. They're already really pretty. I'm gonna just go ahead and pop, I'm gonna mix these two shades together and pop them on my eyelid. And right in the corner a little bit. I'm going to put a different color in my inner corner. This is a highlight and eyeshadow palette, so there's that. And I think for, I'm going to take this lightest shade right here, and I'm going to just blend this right just at the tippy top of the edge of that, just to blend off the edge. And then I'm going to take, I think, this one, which is Serenity, and I'm going to put that in my inner corner, and also on my brow bone. Probably use that one to highlight as well. Not because it's amazing, but just so you guys can see it. I feel like these shadows, though, and the highlights especially, are just a little too glittery for me. And they make my skin look really textured for a highlight. Alright, so for brows, I have got the Flawless Brow Trio. I've talked about this before in the color, I think it's deep or dark. And it has got 3 things in it. This is a wax, these are 2 powders. I usually mix the 2 of these together and get a good shade that way. Just using this middle one for me is pretty perfect though. They have other brow products, but this one I like because it's a powder. And of course you can use the powders for anything. Alright, I feel the need to blend that inner corner highlight out a little bit. There we go. Alright, so next thing is blush. This is going a lot quicker than I had thought. Oh, we're only up to 15 minutes, so I might talk a little bit. Okay, so I have got the Floral Blush in Honolulu Hideaway. I do like BH Cosmetics packaging. I think they're all really pretty. This is kind of like a duo blush. It's matte and sparkle shimmer in a very pretty compact. They had different colors. I chose this one because I thought it would be the most neutral, but also have a little bit of pink. I think that's going to be neutral when you mix them together, so I am going to do that. But this sparkly shade right here has some real pretty sparkle in it. I'm worried it might be a little too sparkly. We'll see. Not kicking up too much dust, a little bit, but look how much is on that brush now. I'm just going to be as gentle as I possibly can because, woo, we're getting a lot of pigment. Okay, these are almost this is almost too pigmented. Either that or I loaded my brush up a little too much. I'm going to go ahead and damp that down. And I feel like I'm getting some good highlight from that blush. Everything looks weirder in my camera than it does in real life. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and really take some of that off of my brush, my blush brush, and apply one of these highlight shades. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and use that Serenity color because I think that's going to be a good color for me, this one right here, for my skin tone. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, if you use a light hand, especially this one is not too sparkly shimmery. Like some of these other ones are pretty sparkly shimmery, and they wouldn't work on my skin tone, but I think there's a little bit of for just about everybody in this palette, because some of these highlight shades could be good for darker skin tones. Like this one right here is a little too, like, it looks like it would be good, but it's outright yellow. Like it's straight up yellow, and even on my light skin tone, I don't think that would work. It just would look like a yellow, I don't know, just not for me. It's not bad, it's just not for me. So all right, and the last thing I have, well, let me go ahead and do some mascara. They didn't have any mascaras on the website, on the Ulta website for BH Cosmetics, so I'm just going to use a Wet n Wild because I have it just sitting right here. So this mascara is kind of scaring me a little bit. I feel like I'm due any second now to poke myself in the eye. I've worn this before and have liked it, but I'm having a little anxiety about it today. So you just forgive me for that. It's feeling a little bit, look, it's feeling a little bit too much today, like there's just too much product. I don't have anything to really clean this up with, so I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is take my Colossal Big Shot. I'm going to wipe that guy off as much as I can and just kind of use it to spread out some of this stuff that's already on my lashes. If I had like a spoolie or something, I'd use that and it would be fine. I don't have one right here with me. There we go, that's a little bit better. Okay, so in this light right now, the skin's not looking too bad. So, and that highlight's not looking too bad. My skin does feel a little bit dewy looking though, or at least satiny looking. All right, last thing we've got is a liquid lipstick. This is in the color, I don't think this is gonna work out for what the look I have today. I didn't really think that through. I think this is the shade Muse. Yeah. And I forgot to take all my packaging apart. I was too worried about getting out here on time. Alright, so this is the BH Cosmetics BH Liquid Lipstick. That's all it says in the shade Muse. I think this is going to be a little too purpley / cool tone for this look. Oh, it's really purpley. Look at. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to kind of mix it up inside because I've got a lot on the tip there and I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this. Already I don't like the applicator. Oh, this is kind of like a grayish. Like a grayish purple nude. Yeah. Alright, I take it back on the applicator. I actually like it because it's really stiff, so it makes it easy to get a good straight line because it's not flat.